Hello everyone, I welcome you all for today's session on hepatic encephalopathy. In this class, we are going to discuss about the causes, symptoms and dietary management of hepatic encephalopathy. So before we go into the video, we'll discuss the learning objectives of today's session. So the first learning objective is to understand the component of hepatic encephalopathy and the various symptoms and precipitating factors that causes the hepatic encephalopathy. And the third objective is to understand the dietary modification and treatments in handling the hepatic encephalopathy condition. So the hepatic encephalopathy. So from the name it is known that it is a encephalopathy is a neurological condition by which the brain receives a toxic substances, because of which a series of chemical reactions takes place. And hepatic encephalopathy means the dysfunction results from the liver disorders. So the dysfunction or neurological complication results from the liver problems is known as hepatic encephalopathy. It is commonly associated with the liver cirrhosis or third stage liver diseases. Okay, so then the liver, why it is so important to cause the encephalopathic reactions when the liver is disordered or dysfunctioned. The liver plays a major role in removing the harmful substances from the human body. That is, the liver has a special mechanism called detoxifying mechanism by which the liver eliminates the toxic substances present in the blood. So these, if the liver is dysfunction, if the liver failure happens, if liver cirrhosis is a condition, the toxic substances starts to accumulate in the blood that flows into the brain, which causes the hepatic encephalopathy. So this results from the toxic that is present in the blood that affects the brain function and causes the hepatic encephalopathy or hepatic coma. So what are the precipitating factors? There are certain mechanisms and factors that increases the probability of causing the hepatic encephalopathy. But the exact mechanism for hepatic encephalopathy is believed to involve the accumulation of substances like ammonia. Ammonia is considered as a toxin present in the blood, excreted present in the blood that needs to be excreted from the blood. So if the accumulation of ammonia in the blood, which causes the blood and brain barrier, which prevents the branched chain amino acids to enter into the brain, and brain functions will be impaired. So in this condition, hepatic encephalopathy results. So encephalopathy in simple terms is enlargement of brain or something. So other contributing factors, so impaired liver function and inflammation in the liver and presence of portosystemic shunt. Portosystemic shunts are the shunt that connects the portal vein and systemic circulation, systemic vein. So if there are complications in the surgical procedures or in the connection of shunt, this encephalopathy results. So other precipitating factors include gastrointestinal bleeding, severe infections, excessive dietary protein, which precipitates the hepatic coma. So during these conditions, the amount of ammonia in the blood increases, and that causes the hepatic coma. And these are the types of hepatic encephalopathy. So acute hepatic encephalopathy, it causes as a sudden event in a short period of time. The acute hepatic encephalopathy happens maybe because of GI bleeding or infection or dehydration. So it happens in a very quick way. And chronic hepatic encephalopathy, it takes time to develop the encephalopathic reactions. So maybe because of the chronic liver disease. The chronic liver disease takes 10 years, 5 years and 20 years to develop the liver cirrhosis condition. So after that prolonged period of liver dysfunction that causes the chronic hepatic encephalopathy. So these are the two types, one is acute one, another one is chronic one. And here we are going to discuss about the symptoms. So as we have told that it impacts the brain function. So the symptoms are the mild cognitive impairment, personality changes, motor abnormalities and sleep disturbances. Mild cognitive impairment. Cognitive impairment is confusion, forgetfulness, frequent ability to recall the memories and ability to concentrate on certain things will get impaired. So, and then personality changes, mood swings and frequent irritability, people will not be responding to what others say, and all those personality changes will happen. Motor abnormalities, tremors, uncontrolled hand and body movements, difficulty in fine motor movements. Fine motor movements is ability to hold certain things and for example, dressing up oneself is a fine motor skills. So, if a person is having a hepatic encephalopathy, they will not be able to do the fine motor actions like writing or something. And coordination issues, hand and eye coordination, people will not be able to concentrate in picking up something, in taking and handling things and all. So, sleep disturbances and next symptoms is, so day and night reversal, they will not be able to differentiate day and night, they will be sleeping and they will think. So, those complications are common because of the brain function impairment. And excessive daytime sleepiness, so they will always feel sleepy during the daytime, and at night time they will feel active, and the day night reverse conditions happen because of these hepatic encephalopathy condition. And now we are going to discuss in depth about the dietary management. So, the first step of treatment towards hepatic encephalopathy is hospitalization, and complete monitoring of the patient is very much essential, and along with that, dietary modification plays a vital role in the treatment of hepatic encephalopathy. So, the primary goals is to reduce the production and absorption of ammonia. Ammonia is an end product of protein metabolism, which is getting eliminated from the produced from the urea cycle. So, our major goal is to reduce the production and absorption of ammonia. Absorption of ammonia again is absorbed from the intestine. So, and these two categories we are going to limit through the dietary modifications. So, the first goal is to provide a low protein diet. So, the ammonia is a end product of protein metabolism. So, if you are consuming a higher amount of protein or low quality protein, the amount of ammonia in the blood increases because of protein breakdown. And at the same time, if we are reducing the protein intake, the muscle tissues will get broken down and to produce the energy. So, by that way also the ammonia levels in the blood will get increased. So, here the breakdown product of protein in the digestive system produce ammonia as a byproduct, and it is essential not to eliminate protein entirely. So, that is what. So, protein is a basic macronutrient essential for the human body to perform various functions, and we cannot completely avoid protein from their diet. So, we have to carefully calculate the nitrogen intake of the person and nitrogen output. And also, if a person is protein intolerant, the nitrogen supplementation is still needed, the protein is still needed, and it needs to be given in the form of amino acid supplements. And in certain patients, the dairy protein and vegetable proteins are well tolerated, and they may accommodate up to 30 to 40 grams of vegetable protein per day. And typically a person with a hepatic encephalopathy can take up to 0.5 gram per kilogram of body weight, 0.5 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight as their daily intake. And it needs to be continuously monitored about the ammonia levels in the blood, urea and creatine levels in the urine, and everything. So, it needs to be assessed properly before recommending a particular protein to the patients. And it is important to choose a high quality protein sources, because in case of low quality protein sources like the plant protein, we call plant proteins as low quality protein, and the plant proteins, while getting digested, it eliminates a lot of ammonia. And high quality protein eliminates very less quantity of ammonia. So, we are advisable to choose high quality protein, and at the same time these plant based protein, if it is consumed in the form of whole grains and along with fiber, it also essential, and in the previous slide we have mentioned that the dairy protein and vegetable protein are well tolerated. The vegetable protein comes from the plant sources, which is also well tolerated because the vegetable protein comes along with the fiber content. The fiber content is essential for the elimination of ammonia from the intestine tract. In the fiber present along with the vegetable and plant proteins is responsible to eliminate the ammonia from the body, and also it prevents the reabsorption of ammonia from the intestine. So it is essential to maintain the high fiber diet for the hepatic encephalopathy patients, and also a high quality protein source is essential. And in case we are moving into going for a plant based protein source or vegetable protein, it needs to be complemented with the fiber. And then in case of calorie, we have to provide a high calorie diet. If we are compromising with the energy intake, the body breaks down its own protein and provides energy. By that way also the ammonia levels in the blood will get increased. So the high calorie diet of 30 to 40 kilocalories per kilogram of body weight per day is recommended. And then we are coming into BCAA, branched chain amino acids such as leucine, isoleucine and valine. These are suggested for people with hepatic encephalopathy because these essential amino acids readily enters into the brain and reduce the ammonia content to enter into the brain or central nervous system. So by thereby these essential amino acids like BCAA, branched chain amino acids are it plays a very vital role in reducing the impact, reducing the complications, reducing the consequences of hepatic encephalopathy. So supplementing BCAA is recommended for the treatment of hepatic encephalopathy. And this is what? Fiber rich foods. So increasing the dietary fiber can help promote the bowel regularity and reduce the absorption of toxin from the GI tract. So whole grains, fruits, vegetables and legumes are good sources of dietary fiber. The whole grains and legumes which contains protein is very much essential for is well tolerated for hepatic encephalopathy patients. So thereby it provides protein to the body and eliminates ammonia from the body with the help of fiber rich foods. And then avoidance of certain substances. It is essential to avoid certain substances like alcohol and certain medications that cause liver impairment and liver damage, or it might worsen the symptoms. So hepatic encephalopathy is results from the liver cirrhosis. Alcoholism is a major cause of liver cirrhosis. If a person is not withdrawing his alcohol consumption, the symptom will not going to stop, the condition is not going to improve in any way. So reducing the alcohol intake, restricting the alcohol intake and certain medications is very much essential for the treatment and management of hepatic encephalopathy. And salt, sugar and fatty food should also be avoided. So the food should be easily digestible and readily available to the human body for energy purposes. So these are the references, and I hope this session will be useful, and thanks for watching this video.